You ever wonder how to cook pot stickers on an egg? This is how you do it. All right, so another interesting day out here. We got the bad boy lifting up the front of the Toro. It is time for replacement blades again. So let's check out the hours on this thing. We have 162.6 hours on the Toro. Not nearly as much on the Skag. Let's check it out just so we can compare. So the Skag has 15.5 hours on it. Yeah, we don't use this nearly as much, really, because we don't have to. The Toro's kind of worked out for us. This works really, really well. I'll probably mow the grass with it next time, only because, you know, I need to put some hours on this thing as well. But yeah, we're gonna get the blades swapped out on the Toro because they are in really bad shape. Okay, so let's see how these blades look. Yeah, they're pretty dull, wearing down. Yeah, they're not quite as dull as they were the first time, but they are still pretty dull. So we're gonna go ahead and pull these off, put new blades on. So the blades that we replaced the original Toro blades with were Toro blades as well, but I'm gonna try these blades. These are made by Oregon. They are kind of an interesting style blade, and hopefully they'll work just as well. But I also have Toro blades, so if they don't, we'll just switch back to those. But yeah, these are the blades that we're going to throw on here just to see how they perform. They feel a little thinner, so the material thickness is slightly thinner than the blades we're taking off, which I think is probably going to be the overall determination of how long these last. So my gut tells me they're not going to last as long as the Toro blades, but we'll see. All right, we got all the blades in, and the bottom of this needs to be scraped off, so that's going to be a task for us real quick while we got it up in the air. Let's take a closer look at those older blades. Okay, so here are the blades we removed. They get worn down pretty dang bad. Check that out. That is about as dull as you can get a blade. It's actually rounded completely over in some areas. But yeah, these things definitely not doing that great of a job of cutting anymore. New blades should do a really good job. And if you want to know how we actually lifted the front of the Toro up, I mean, you probably saw we parked it over the bad boy, but we chalked the back tires and made sure the parking brake was in place, lifted it up, and then I put a jack stand underneath the bucket in case for some reason hydraulic fluid gets out of the actual cylinders, it doesn't just drop on you. So I'm trying to take some safety precautions into account. Ooh, there is a buildup right there. And that's how much stuff we had caked onto the bottom of the mowing deck. little better angle. It is insanely windy today. We'll definitely come back and give you an update on how the mower blades are doing. He's having a ball over there mowing though. All right, so this is a little mound that I formed. Give you kind of an idea. I'm gonna switch the buckets out maybe. Oh yeah, I'm gonna switch the buckets out real quick, put that bucket on, take off the 12-inch bucket, and continue forming this into what I have in mind. Nifty little e-trailer bag out with my tools. This is actually a pretty easy process. I know they make an auto-locking, auto-coupling version of this, but don't really need it. I mean, it's all of a 5-minute process to get this all in place if you've done it before. Probably even if you haven't. There we go. Okay, out of the wind. Okay, so it's not as pretty as I would have liked it to be, but I think it'll accomplish the task I'm trying to do. You guys have any idea what I'm trying to do here? Leave a comment below before I actually do it. Okay, so we are in the GMC Denali 1500 four-wheel drive truck. I'm gonna put some cameras on so I can see what I'm doing here and see what happens. There we go. All right, I'm gonna get out real quick and see what things look like. Okay, so you've probably figured out what I'm trying to do here. I'm trying to make a mound and a hole to show some articulation. Truck's in two-wheel drive right now. This one's probably about 15 inches off the ground. Got a little bit more room back here. I think I need to work on it a little bit. Definitely want to make this side quite a bit deeper. And I might actually make a little hill over here. It'll actually see if we're able to get a tire off the ground, which I should be able to do. But right now everything's touching. Had a bit of an angle, but everything's looking pretty nice right now. Okay, I'm back inside. I'm gonna turn a little bit. Yep, I am on the running board. I really wanted to get the back tire off the ground. I don't know if I'm getting close or not. So if I make this mound higher, and actually I need to put a mound here and I need to put a mound under the tire over there and then get the front one so it's kind of hollowed out underneath it. Then I should be able to get that off the ground. I think you guys have kind of figured out what I'm trying to do here. Shouldn't be too difficult. Just have to kind of make sure I'm aligned with the wheelbase of this truck. Fun little project. Essentially what I want to do is I want to have my own little miniature kind of semi off-road course here, a twist ditch kind of thing, so whenever I get vehicles like that Nissan over there, that Pathfinder Rock Creek Edition, I can subject them to my own little kind of off-road course. The challenge here is that the different wheelbases of each vehicle is gonna change things up a little bit. It's gonna change how this works, because if this truck has like a 3 foot longer wheelbase than the Pathfinder, well, that's gonna cause issues with where each tire is gonna sit. But I'm still working on it. Anyways, guys, I sure hope you enjoyed this video. Yeah, definitely check back, subscribe now so you can see if I make any progress on this thing. I'm gonna keep kind of working on it to make it a little bit, I guess, more flexible to how I might need to use it with different vehicles. Meanwhile, it is insanely windy out here. Guys, if you haven't had a chance, please take a moment, subscribe to the channel, and give me a thumbs up. We'll talk to you again very soon.